Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing good in this lockdown period. So, dear children, today we will be knowing about one of the renowned poets, Langston Hughes, and his poem I Dream a World. Langston Hughes, his full name is James Mercer Langston Hughes. He was an American poet, social activist, a novelist, a playwright, and a columnist. He was born in 1902 in Missouri. Langston Hughes grew up mainly in Lawrence. He got recognition in the literary world when his poem The Weary Blues won the first prize in the poetry section of the 1925 Opportunity Magazine Literary Contest. His first volume, also titled The Weary Blues, appeared in 1926. Langston Hughes uses the rhythms of African American music, particularly the blues and jazz, in his poems. This sets his poetry apart from that of the other writers. It's also allowed him to experiment with a very rhythmic free words. So, dear children, let's see few words which are important in the poem. So, the first word is scorn. The meaning of scorn is a very strong feeling of no respect for someone or something. The second word is adorn, make more beautiful or attractive. The third word is saps. The meaning of saps is weaken or destroy. The fourth word is avarice. The meaning of avarice is extreme greed for wealth or material gain. The fifth word is blights. The meaning of blights is curse. The sixth word is bounties. The meaning of bounties is prize or reward. And the last word is wretchedness. The meaning of wretchedness is unpleasant. So these are few words which are very important in the poem, which you must go through. Let's see the first paragraph. I dream a world where man no other will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its paths adorn. The poet begins with the phrase, I dream a world. The poet is presenting himself, the poet is presenting his mind, his thought, his heart in the first line, I dream a world. The poet has framed a world, the poet has portrayed a world. Now, what kind of world it is? The poet is in hope of something better. The poet dreams a world where no man will ever tease or discriminate against the other men. The other men are no other but blacks. They will be treated like whites. In such a world, there will be peace and love everywhere. The love here is the love for the blacks, and the peace is the eradication of discrimination. In the second stanza, the poet presents the layout of his dream world, a world where everyone has the freedom of doing whatever they want, a world free of greed and avarice. The poet dreams a world where people don't bear a self centered approach. They don't try to find happiness in the artificial things. They don't try to lead a materialistic life. The poet has used very beautiful lines. The poet has framed very beautiful lines in the second stanza. For example, sweet freedom's way, will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul. So, what kind of sweet freedom's way the poet is indicating here, the poet is signifying by this line? The poet is trying to say that people don't uh, hesitate in leading a life full of freedom. They have freedom of doing whatever they want to do. They can roam anywhere, they can do whatever they want. And where greed no longer saps the soul means people don't have that overburdened thought that they have to just earn money and spend on their self. They do have the approach that yes, they have to help the others also. They have to help in the society also. So this kind of approach the poet is figuring out in the people in his dream world. Let's see the third stanza. A world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth and every man is free. So the poet dreams a world where everybody, either it be black or either it be white, has the complete freedom to access the country resources. A world where there is no discrimination, where there is no differences against the individuals on the basis of their skin color or racial or ethnic origin. The phrase bounties of the earth signifies the resources which is being rewarded to us by nature. Generous gift which Mother Earth has offered to we human beings. The resources here can be anything, that is, land, air, the beautiful rivers, mountains, etc. Every single being on this earth has the right to cherish these resources without any restrictions or without any hesitation. Every being has the right to celebrate their freedom. They have the right to move, to roam freely where they want. They have the right to access these resources the way they want. Finally, let's see the last stanza of this poem. I dream a world so where wretchedness will hang its head and joy like a pearl attend the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream our world. So, in the first line, where wretchedness will hang its head, the poet has personified this line. The word wretchedness signifies misery, woe, rapacity, inhumanity, barbarism, xenophobic ideals, fear or hatred for individuals. The meaning of xenophobic ideals is the fear or hatred for the individuals. The poet has very beautifully used the phrase wretchedness will hang its head, means misery and suffering will no longer exist. Pearls are ultimate symbol of wisdom. Pearls represent serenity and are valued for their calming effects. The way pearls is soothing and pleasing. Likewise, joy leads us to the utmost satisfaction of life. Attend all the needs of mankind, where different needs of mankind is being fulfilled, where people keep a helping approach towards each other. Of such I dream our world. So the poet is having a very beautiful approach towards his dream world. A world where there is no selfish approach, no selfish ideals, where people are ready to help each other the way they can. So let's see a quick sum up, a quick resume of this beautiful poem by Langston Hughes. So, poet showed us a very beautiful picture of his thoughts, of his dream world. So, poet portrayed a very beautiful world, a world where there is no misery and suffering, where misery and suffering will no longer exist. Yes, where greed and avarice doesn't blights our day, doesn't weakens or destroys our spiritual power, where an extreme desire for wealth, which makes our daily life tense and miserable, doesn't exist, where we can cherish the generous gifts offered to us by the land on which we live, and the world where we can take care of our requirements. At the same time, we can take care of the requirements of the society, the people who are living with us. For example, children, the pandemic which we are facing, these days, right now, this coronavirus, this COVID-19. And it's not that that this pandemic is happening in India only. No, it's happening all over the world. Everyone, every being on this earth is facing this pandemic. And uh, our very efficient doctors, they are working 24/7, and they are helping everyone, every individual, in every possible manner. They are helping them, they are curing them. At the same time, they are prescribing different things and different points, important points, which will help us to remain safe. At the same time, our government is also taking necessary steps which can help us to come or to overcome this pandemic. And not only government and doctors, I think every individual on this earth who is facing this pandemic is trying to help each other in every possible manner. For example, we people are not stepping out of our home just because we want to keep ourselves safe. At the same time, we want to keep others also safe. So this kind of togetherness we are feeling, this kind of bond we are creating in this pandemic. So such kind of world the poet has dreamt. The poet has portrayed such kind of world where everyone is ready to help each other in every possible manner. And not only in difficult times, in happy times also, they are cherishing the happy times together. They are cherishing the bad times together. And it's true that when there are hands in the bad times together, they are able to overcome those difficult times more easily. So such kind of beautiful world the poet is dreaming here. So before rounding up this whole poem, this whole chapter, one related question arises here, that is, man was born free, but everywhere he is in chains. So this line in itself is very strong, very full, very powerful. Means this line is giving a very strong message that yes, man is always born free, but as soon as he just steps into this world, he is surrounded by chains. Now, what kind of chains are these? Let's discuss about this. So, yes, true, while each individual has a particular will that aims for his own best interest, the sovereign expresses the general will that aims for the common good. A child is born free without any bondage, boundaries, any artificial or fake ideals. But day by day, he or she keeps growing, and different traits are added to his or her personality. We can say different elements are responsible for this, for example, society, surroundings, etc. Slowly, a person gets shunned and stuck in the puddle of greed and avarice. They are derived towards the materialistic approach of life, life full of self-centered approach, the thought of earning and the will of never-ending demands is all around them. Hardly the person is able to see the exact beauty of life, life without any fake ideals or thoughts, where there is bond of love, respect for each other. Day by day, the person gets jumbled in the chains of artificial beauty, materialistic worlds. So, this kind of world we step in means as soon as a child comes in the world, he is added to different traits. For example, the fakeness, the show off elements are added to his personality. So, the real approach towards life is somehow faded, it gets vanished. The person is not able to see the real beauty.
the real beauty of his own self and the real beauty of nature, Mother Earth. He doesn't know the exact meaning of freedom, in what aspect we should cherish the freedom. So these are the things which are leading person these days towards the materialistic approach of life. Means they are hardly able to cherish their happiness in reality. So finally, at last, we can say that the poet Langston Hughes gave a very beautiful message by the way of this poem, I Dream a World. Yes, in reality, a world like this is the world which every individual should dream. Means a world full of peace, full of love, full of togetherness. So I hope you like my video. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day everyone.